it's Alicia with Splish Splash Art Studio. And today's Storytime and Craft is all about The Very Busy Spider by Eric Carle. This book is a beautifully illustrated book. Eric Carle has illustrated over 70 children's books, and he uses collage for his illustrations. He hand paints paper and then uses that paper to cut the shapes and everything to make his images in his books. I wanted to show you, before we get started, my favorite illustration in this book. This is my favorite, the rooster. I love this rooster. It is so colorful and fun, and there's so much texture in the rooster. And not only that, but my grandfather loved roosters, and so I feel a strong connection with the book and the rooster because of that. So today's craft, to go along with our very busy spider, we can make pom-poms. So we'll need chenille stems, pom-poms of any color, because if you notice, Eric Carle's spider is not black. It can be if you want it to be. It can also be all different colors. That's up to you. So the first activity is going to be making a spider and a web. So the first thing to do with your chenille stems and your pom-poms is find two different sizes, any color, and then you're going to glue it all together to make a little spider. That's the first part of activity one. The second part of activity one is a web. For this web, my son just took a glue bottle, an Elmer's glue bottle, and drew his web on there. And when it dried, it just had this really cool, shiny web that you could, see like it would be out in nature. If you love glitter, and before it dries, obviously, you can sprinkle some glitter on it and make it a colorful web. If you're going to do that, make sure you have stuff down on your table so that you just pick up the paper and dust it all off. So that's the first activity, is to make a little spider and a web. Okay. The second activity is to create an illustration of your own. You can let your kids draw whatever animal they want. They could even draw a spider or find any of the farm animals. If they don't want to do an animal, there's this beautiful sun in his book as well that you could create. But you can use construction paper, and I just used scrap pieces that I had laying around because, kids like to tear up paper. So I had lots around. Or you can let them draw and make their own drawings, or paint, and they can paint, and then they can cut out these shapes to make their collages. They have a couple other examples. We have this one with patterns that would make cool textures in a collage of an animal. So what I did, I went and I did a Google search of farm animals, free coloring pages, printables, and I printed out some. So this is a cow that I found and printed off. This came from momjunction.com. And this one is the one that I started working on, and this one came from getcoloringpages.com, and this is a rooster. So this is my collage that I started working on. I'm not finished with it, obviously, but see how I'm just putting the colors and making my own rooster filled in. But your kids can use solid colors like that if they want, or they can use these, and this could have been filled in where the feathers are instead. It's entirely up to you and your kids. And this is a really fun activity. Kids get to practice cutting with scissors. They get to practice scribbling and making marks. They can practice watercolor painting if that's what they choose to do. For other storytime activities, crafts, visit my website at splishsplash.com. And I hope that you've enjoyed this, and I hope that you buy the book. The book is on my website on the page for this. So continue to think creatively.